What an incredible round for my boys, and we pretty much move into the top 1,000. We're ranked 1,003rd there, but the same number of points as 992nd. I'm just on the bottom of that spectrum there, but yeah, there's quite a few tied on the same amount of points. But yeah, incredible round. A lot of things went my way. Fantasy is a luck game as much as it is skill. So as much as I'd like to claim my rewards, yeah, I'll just put most of it down to luck. Tallis Duncan led the way, obviously, but yeah, just crazy stuff. Even today, like what a way to finish it off. My four boys were the top four scorers of the day. So yeah, it was awesome viewing. Probably my favourite day of fantasy I've had in a while, just because everything seemed to click. My video this morning, I did make a pretty rash trade. So I've used a lot of trades this round. So to get to where I am, it has paid off, obviously. Yeah, I did Savala to Eli Katoa. I didn't want Katoa, right? I wanted Ryan Pappenhausen. With about 10 minutes to go, I had a realization that I nearly fucked myself over. I went and reread the rules because I wanted to make sure I was correct. If I had Pappy here, he would have actually slotted up to Tedesco's spot. So he would have moved up there, and then I would have got Brayley and Couchman's. The only reason I made the trade was to avoid Couchman's score. So I would have taken Pappy's shit score. I think he scored like 30-something. And then I would have got Couchman's 19 over Garrick's 48, and I would have just wasted a trade. So super, super lucky that I realized that with 10 minutes to go. And yeah, that's like just the swing of fantasy, right? Like I didn't want Katoa. I would have rathered Pappy. It just didn't work out in the circumstances, so I had to get Katoa, and he got to 66, which is awesome. So yeah, just a really good swing for me. That trade, a lot of people didn't like it, and that's fair enough. Like it's not a great trade to make. I was chasing points in the major buy rounds, round 12 and 15. I wanted my loop options to do badly, right? And this is exactly why, because I was willing to waste a trade on one of these types of moves. That's why I always safety loop the highest owned players, like 90+%, like Lucas, Sharp, Couchman this week. Didn't work out in round 12. They all scored amazing, so I didn't have the opportunity to burn a trade there with anyone scoring badly. Round 15 is much the same. I didn't have an opportunity there, but this round I did, and it's something I've been prepping for the whole time, so I was happy to do it. I know Savala's probably going to make 100K, is probably going to score well from now on, but it was a move I was willing to make, and it worked out well in this instance for now. It could still change in a heartbeat, but I gained 47 points from it today. It's going to be Latu Fainu over Savala next week, which will be a big determining factor, and then just moving forward, how Savala and Katoa do. But yeah, at least it's something like I can use Katoa as a keeper now. It probably means I don't get Preston unless someone gets injured, but I'm okay with that. He's netted me a 66, so he's boosted his average now. And yeah, hopefully it works out all right. He was awesome today. Yeah, worked out well. So 906 for the round. Pretty much, yeah, most things went my way, which was lucky enough. And yeah, really, really stoked. Before this round, like I've had 3, 4, 5 trades more than the top 1,000 average for quite a while now. Prepping for a move. It was going to be, I was targeting the earlier buy rounds. It didn't work out that way. But there was always going to be a round I was going to make some moves. These aren't ones I was in love with and I didn't plan for them, but yeah, that's why I had more trades. I'm now pretty much back to the pack, right? So I've got 6 trades left. The average is 4.8. So I'm calling that back to the pack. So this rank where I am is my true rank. So I was, 2,000, 3,000. I was 1,874th before the round, but I've been playing catch up like the whole time. Like I was 5,000th in round 10. I think I was worse before that. So I've really been slowly making my ground, but they weren't my true rank because I had so many more trades than everyone. So now that I'm back to the pack, I'm ranked as about a 1,000 ranked team, which is okay. Like it's good. It's a lot better than where I have been, but yeah, I don't have the trades to utilize now and play catch up. So this is where I am. Obviously things can change. It's all about team setup, team value now. My team value is a little bit lower than most, but I've got 340K in the bank. So yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot. Hopefully next round is good. We've already got a bit of mail. Teams haven't been leaked yet from what I've seen or at the time of filming, but we do have some leaks. Koloamatangi, he's out of Origin. Stefano, they said as long as he makes it through his game unscathed, he's in the team. So that's a win for most teams. For me, not so much, since I bought an Eli Katoa thinking one of Koloamatangi or Tapane might miss out. Yeah, that's okay. another number's good. I can loop now. That's totally fine. But yeah, Kalamatangi is in the team. Jacob Kiraz, sorry, Kalamatangi is not in the team, and he'll be available for us in round 18. Jacob Kiraz, he is the 18th man. So yeah, this is why I didn't want to do him in round 17. I was advising against it until this round where we needed one with Fletcher Sharp going down, and I said the risk would be mitigated of something like this happening because he was going to be so popular. And yeah, 65% of people picked him up, which is good, and he was already like 10% owned, so he's 75-80% owned now. It's okay, but yeah, he's not a number for round 18, and now we are all pretty much fucked. I assume every single player needs a winger fullback in round 18 now. If you don't, that's incredible. Myself, I don't need one. Well, I do need one now that Jacob Kiraz is out, but I'm also playing Jed Stewart, so I'm really, really relying on Jed Stewart to score well. Fortunately, he does play in a second game, so I have options to move. But yeah, again, I'm back to the pack with my trades, so this chaos isn't actually as good for me now as it was a couple of weeks ago. It does make me regret the Hines to Latu Fainu trade, but if I did that, I would have been stuck with Couchman's score and I wouldn't get Eli Katoa. So yeah, at the moment, I'm happy that I did it, but yeah, I have some serious thinking to do. I think I'm going to go Couchman to Ryan Pappenhausen at this stage. I'll see what his break even is and stuff, but he's about 600k. I don't view him as a long-term keeper necessarily, but he's on the brink and he might be one I can get away with. I'm assuming Reece Walsh is in the team. If he's not, I'll pick him up. But if not, I think I'm doing Pappy. A lot of people will get Scott Drinkwater after he got a good score now. I think he's like 50% owned, but he's the most obvious solution now if you don't own Tedesco. So I think Drinkwater will be 30-ish% picked up. Most people will go to him. I already have him. So I think I'm going to go Pappy. I don't think he'll be super high owned unless people need two winger fullbacks, but then I think they'll go for Tommy Turbo as well. So I'm kind of fading Tommy. It might end up being that I'll get Tommy Turbo as well. I don't love his injury history, obviously, as everyone is in agreement with. But also, I don't need them to necessarily be a keeper. Like, it's okay if they're not. I was always planning if Jed Stewart scored badly that I was bringing in a winger fullback anyway, and that could have been anyone, knowing I'm not going to keep them. So I don't want to go into round 18 playing a man down. It's not something I do. I'd rather burn a trade, even if you only get the 35-ish points that round and then nothing else. I'm okay with that because you're banking on a high upside guy like Tommy Turbo or Pappenhausen anyway. So there is upside, but worst case, you just get the points for the round. And yeah, I'm happy to do that in the event that the worst case happens. So yeah, I will be bringing someone in. It's probably between those two at this stage. I can't really shuffle anything around. I could move Kiraz down actually to winger fullback. That's interesting. I don't know what centres are available at this stage. Who's even playing? Shibasaki might be a pickup for some, not for me. Who is there? Yeah, there's no one really centre-wise. Maybe if Jack Howarth was available, he would be an option. But yeah, Stafford Todd, no interest there. So yeah, probably Tommy or Pappy at this stage. But yeah, I've got the money. It'll be for Couchman, more than likely, assuming he's injured. So yeah, I'll have cash to spend. That will hopefully be my only trade, but I will do some safety loops, so I might look to do a second trade, but that will be for a keeper. So yeah, I don't know who. There's not really any keepers on the board, so yeah, I probably wouldn't make this move. Like if Couchman or someone scores a 19 next week, I probably don't have the luxury to do what I did this week unless it's for someone I view as a keeper. But yeah, I don't really have anyone else to trade out, so we'll see what happens, but that's for next week or tomorrow onwards to decide. But yeah, obviously super awesome round for me. The average was 953 or 954 for the round. So yeah, I blitzed that out of the park with 1,045. So hopefully you guys did well as well. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll just hold rank the next couple of rounds. At the start of this round with Cleary popping off in the first game, I thought I'd be lucky to hold rank, and then just everything seemed to go my way after that. I traded out Hosking and Hines as well, who both scored better than the guys I traded them in for, which is crazy. So could have been even better, but yeah, obviously no room to complain. Hopefully Jaden Brayley is all good for round 19, still starting, because that one is more of a long-term play. Like obviously he scored amazing, but yeah, we're after him for his role in the next couple of weeks, not just a one score, because we know what he does in the bigger minutes anyway. So yeah, nothing really of concern. Like obviously everyone was ravaged by injury, so I assume most will have to use 2-3 next week. I'm in a pretty good spot for that where I only need a winger fullback. So yeah, looking good, hopefully. I'm sure there's more chaos to come, but yeah, we'll wait for those New South Wales and Queensland teams to come out. But yeah, Storm versus Sharks. It was actually a pretty close game. Storm got out to a good start again, like they have the last couple of weeks. Updates will come in any second, by the way. But yeah, Storm just blew them out late, and that was honestly a wet dream as a Jerome Hughes and Eli Katoa owner. First try of the game, it was Jerome Hughes to Eli Katoa. So yeah, obviously got the double there. Then there was no real score involvements or anything for a while, but they were both ticking along. Jerome Hughes had one run where he had 5 tackle breaks. I don't think he got 5. I think it was more like 3 or 4, so I do expect him to down date. That was awesome. And then Hughes puts up a bomb to Eli Katoa later in the game. Eli Katoa catches it, offloads it to someone, I can't remember who, the centre, I think it was Nick Meaney. So he gets a try assist offload for that, and the try assist and offload. And then Jerome Hughes also got the try assist for having the kick. So I got both my guys got the try assist for the play, which is awesome. And then happened again. I think it was either Hughes or Munster put up the bomb. Eli Katoa caught it again, did the exact same thing with the offload, except this time he offloaded it to Jerome Hughes. So another offload try assist for Katoa into a Hughes try. So yeah, just crazy. I was expecting them to get like a turnover tackle together or a try save later together, because it was just that sort of game. But yeah, incredible stuff from them. Katoa and Pappy both got a rest with like 3 minutes to go, so no concerns there. Yeah, Hughes 85, just pretty much talked about him, but the kick meters is incredible. I knew last week, so I've got notifications on for the league scene because they do the leagues, but no, that was just something for beanies for brain cancer. Yeah, the kick meter is 544. We knew last week that he would get the bulk of them because Munster was backing up, and we saw that in round 13. This round is unaffected by Origin, so for him to dominate is a really good sign. Munster's out of the team next week, so that should continue. So he should score well next week, hopefully. And yeah, then in round 19, when Munster's backing up, he'll get the bulk of the kick meters, and then so forth. We'll see what happens after that. But really, really good signs. If you don't have him, I don't know if you can get him now because he's going to be 50k extra, and what's that, 620k or something? What's his price? He's already 594, so yeah, he's going to be about 650k. That score is going to go a long way for him averaging 60 in our team from now on, which is where we were hoping he got to. I don't think it is realistic, but if he was going to average 55 plus, he was worth it, and yeah, that's gone a long way for sure. Eli Katoa, so yeah, he's not really highly owned, and I understand that. I talked about him not being the premium option in the edge position, and there's better, but yeah, just the way the cookie crumbles for me. It was the only game, only 2 games were this Sunday game, so he was the best on the board apart from Pappy, and I couldn't do Pappy, like I said. So yeah, 66 is awesome. He had a few negatives early, but yeah, that didn't matter when he was involved in every try late in the game. So yeah, really, really good score from him. Trent Liero just got over for a try. He fumbled it about 4 times, but yeah, that boosted his score, and he's on Origin duties, you'd assume as well. Sean Bloor with a 49, so yeah, he's been better the last couple of weeks. I did talk about him as a Eli Katoa alternative, but yeah, Eli Katoa blew him out today. But yeah, without any score involvements, a 49 is really good from him. He's not a massive try scorer. I think he's only had like 1 or 2 the last 2 years, but that should increase, you'd think, in that Storm team. It's just they have so many different options. Cam Munster with a 48 is good. Tackle count really strong. Yeah, you're just concerned about the kick meters moving forward if Jerome Hughes starts to dominate them, and obviously he's out for Origin as well, so we'll see what happens there. Harry Grant with a 43 with 8 missed tackles, so don't mind that as a non-owner, as we're all waiting for him to drop in price, so that should be good. He just about made his break even. It's going to be between him or Connor Watson in round 19, 20. I think, yeah, no one has a buy then. So yeah, just probably whoever's cheaper. I do probably prefer Connor Watson just because, without looking at their stats, I don't know who's the better option, but Connor Watson with the duel, I think that's going to help as an 18th man, as an interchange bloke for our teams. Obviously, we have Aaron Clark doing that as well, so it's not as necessary, but the more duels, the better, right? So we'll just see who's a better price anyway. Pappy with a 34, so yeah, didn't do too much in this one. The Storm just have so many options. So it's pick and choose who's going to score well. Obviously, this game was Hughes, but yeah, another game's going to be Pappy. I think he scored 4 tries against the Sharks last time and for 100. Just wasn't his game today, and yeah, got that rest late. That's about it from that team. Nicho Hines with a 57, so that's his best score in over a month. I traded him this week, so... Trindle actually kicked heaps for 450 metres, but early on, Hines was getting a lot of those kick metres. And it was the same last week. Hines got a lot in the first half, and then Trindle sort of took over as the game went on. With the Sharks, it's literally just whichever side of the field they're on the 5th tackle, it just goes to that guy, and it usually is on the left, so Trindle gets them. But yeah, Hines got a few this game, and 33 tackles for 1 miss is really good. He does show flashes. He's had a few seasons back in the day where he averaged high 20s, and then he's fallen off a little bit now to the lower 20s. But yeah, he does have his game still where he is pumping out those sort of tackles in a closer game like this. Got a try assist, a very lucky try assist. They just let the ball bounce, and I think Trindle picked it up in the end. But yeah, really good score from him. I don't know whether as a keeper, I'm banking on the fact he's not. That's why I traded him for Latu, but he's very much on the brink. He should average low 50s. He actually hasn't been horrible. I think he's got 1 or 2 scores. I think 1 score below 40, and then the rest 45 plus. And even in the form he's in, he's still pumping out decent fantasy scores. So yeah, if he ever dominates the kicking again, he'll be awesome. Yeah, in that sort of game to get a 57, you're over the moon. AFB, again, the minute's really strong. That's all you really care about. I think he scored poorly last week. I can't remember if that's correct or not. But yeah, I think that's back-to-back poor scores, but the minutes are there. So that's, yeah, you can take the bad scores. 47's not bad, but it's just below his average. But 41 tackles is huge for him. He just didn't have massive run meters against the Storm. Like, it's not their sort of game. No tackle breaks, no offloads, and he's still got a 47. So yeah, you can't really be upset with that. Obviously, you'd like it to be more, but yeah, again, if those minutes are anywhere near 60, he's going to be awesome for you. Britton Nickera with a 42. So yeah, a bit up and down like he has been all season, but this is pretty much bang in the middle. 45 tackles is really good. That was what's been down for him. I think they're down by 7 or 8 from last year. The attacking stats are there still, obviously not in this one, but if that tackle count's going to increase, that's the main thing for him. And McInnes with 52 minutes and a 42 score. So yeah, AFB's really been the better option. I know that was quite a heavy debate for some in like round 12, 15 and stuff like that. AFB was the high upside guy. McInnes was the safer one, but AFB's been better for the most part, I believe. Who else? Teague Wilton with a 31. Did he get injured in this one? I can't remember off the top of my head. I do remember something happened. Oh no, they were just talking about him making it in the Origin side for like the extended squad. I think that's what it is. But he did play 6 less minutes, so I don't know, maybe something to check. I can't remember. Talakai with a 29, so yeah, a bit worse than last week. He was on mid-20s for quite a while there, so I don't know. He just mustn't have done much late or picked up a few negatives, but it's not bad for a cash down. He doesn't play next week though. That's about it from that one. I'll leave that tab open because I'm waiting for updates because usually they come around this time. But yeah, we'll go into the second game. We got a fairly decent score in the end, like 54 points. I think the over-unders was 53.5, so well done if you cash the overs. But yeah, it started raining after like 10 minutes when they said it was going to be fully sunny. So that really changed a few things. I wasn't in love with that as a drink water owner. And I guess Beau Fermor, it doesn't help him because straight after the rain came, there were about 5 errors back-to-back in probably like 6 or 7 sets. So that really hampers the scoring. But yeah, my 2 boys got there in the end. The rain did die off in the second half, and then we saw it become a bit more free-flowing, which was good. Yeah, Beau Fermor with a 67 is awesome. He got another turnover tackle, as he seems to do every week. 36 tackles. Like, the base is strong, and yeah, just got over for that try. Him and Tallis Duncan both run the ball so hard, and in both their games, they didn't get the ball early. But them running so hard means they're going to get it at one stage, and yeah, Fermor obviously scored. Tallis Duncan scored 2, and you just know at some stage they're going to get the ball for a decent run. And yeah, obviously, Fermor got his try today, so that was good. That's always going to boost his score. He beat Herbie Farnworth by 1, so let's go. That's the first round in ages that's happened. Because, yeah, I can't help but compare Fermor to Herbie when they're both like Herbie's the best centre, but Fermor's my best centre. Tino with a 54 in 69 minutes. So yeah, he will lose more cash with a 93 break even. So he's going to become super appealing in round 19, 20. You probably don't want him in round 19, given he backed up off the bench last time, I think. But yeah, his price point is probably potentially going to put him over the edge over someone like Isaiah Yeo if you need an underpriced keeper. It'll be between him, Carrigan, Yeo, and you probably pick up one or two of them. Probably two now with Couchman injured, actually, to be fair, and we'll see what Tarps is doing. AJ Brimson was really good in this one. 47, yeah, he was interesting at the start of the year. Obviously, Titans had the bye in round 1, but yeah, he's been really good lately. Chris Randall, he moved somewhere in this one. I think he moved to hooker for a little bit when Verrills was out for 12 minutes. So yeah, just missed to fix it as well. And 43 is good. It's one of his lower scores in the last 3 weeks because I think he's pumped out back-to-back 60 pluses. But yeah, 43 is still really good. And that's about it from them. Jermaine Jolliffe with a 29 in 52 minutes. So that's a bit disappointing. He's not heavily owned, but I know someone did comment last week saying they were one of the only ones with him in the top 1,000 or so. And yeah, has been really good. He just had a down game in this one, unfortunately. The base, yeah, wasn't really there, and then not a lot of other stuff either. So he'll be better. As long as he's starting, his minutes are decent. And yeah, his production is really good usually. Poor guys, if you got Alex Fitzgibbon as a cash down, that is terrible. Scotty Drinkwater, so yeah, we got a better game from him here. 63 is good, obviously. Is it great with 2 tries? Probably not, but I'll take any Scotty Drinkwater score over 40 at this stage. So 63 is, yeah, really good. 3 tackle breaks is fine. 2 line breaks, try assist. Like I thought this would be the case if Tom Duffy's in the team, that Duffy would take the left-hand kicks from conversions from the left-hand touchline, because Drinkwater has been shocking and we've seen it the last couple of weeks. Duffy didn't make the team, but we saw Jay Clifford take those. So was it Jay Clifford? Yeah, Jay Clifford. So, and that was any conversions on the left-hand side. There was one that was 5 meters to the left, and we saw Clifford take it as well. So that will drop Drinkwater's scoring a little bit if he's losing 1 to 2 a game. Obviously, he wasn't kicking them anyway, but it's still potential points. So yeah, Drinkwater's still safe when they're in front or on the right-hand side, but it's just something to monitor, I guess. It probably puts him a tier below. It's probably only 1 or 2 points a game, but yeah, it's just something worth monitoring. I was really impressed with his kick meters, and I think he should update with those because yeah, it didn't seem like they gave him many. Like he had 1 in the first 2 minutes or something, and he never got those ones. He only had 3 kicks at halftime, and I swear he had like 4 or 5 in real life. So hopefully that updates. The rest of it seems pretty legit. Can't imagine he loses much, hopefully, but I've been wrong before. Yeah, 230 kick meters is really good with Clifford and Dearden in the side. It was better when Purdue was in the team. I thought his potential for kick meters was better, but yeah, I'll definitely take 230. They're very inconsistent, but if he's anywhere 200 plus, it's a really good sign, especially when he's not doing much in attack in other games. Rubes was in the second row today instead of Locke. He moved there and got a 50 in 80 minutes. It's interesting. Like, I don't know if that's going to be a long-term move. I can't remember if anyone was out, but yeah, I guess he's playing Origin on the edge, so maybe they're just trying to get him some more experience. Who else in this game? The Cowboys don't really have much interest. Jackson Purdue with a 15 back in the centres isn't great, especially in a high-scoring game, but it just wasn't his game. I did recommend to keep him just with round 18 coming up, and there's not many centres available. Yeah, he obviously did terribly. It should have been a good game for him in like a matchup sense, but yeah, it just wasn't to be. We'll see what his break even is. He's not heavily owned, but I'd probably look to keep him still. But if it means you're going to lose 50k on him, then it's probably not worth it. But I just don't know who else is out there really. But that's it from that round. Updates don't seem to be in here yet either. So yeah, we'll monitor them as they come in. But yeah, hopefully I gain 1 point or 2 points and then potentially move into the top 1,000 on paper, which would be good. But yeah, don't really know what I'm going to do next week. Apart from that one trade, it's probably a good round to save trades if I can. But yeah, we'll see what the New South Wales and Queensland teams look like. Because yeah, these guys, apart from Couchman, who else am I trading? there's no one. So yeah, fingers crossed the chaos dies down a little bit, and then we maybe get some more in round 19 onwards. But yeah, I think a lot of people will be holding out for that round 20, those trades to come in. I didn't think I would be, but it's looking like that way because I'm targeting a lot of my keepers in round 19, 20, so I've got to be careful before then. But yeah, that's it from me. Hopefully you guys did well this round. And yeah, hopefully you guys gained ranks, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow or Tuesday for our next video. But until then, enjoy. Bye.